Hallo, meine lieben Topfpflanzenfreunde. Wir sind wieder da. Ich muss nur kurz ein bisschen mit dem Mikrofon herumspielen, weil das letzte Mal haben wir ziemlich verkackt mit dem Mikrofon. Wie ich so gemerkt habe. Zusätzlich dazu hat die Aufnahme ein bisschen gespackt. Jetzt versuche ich es hier mit einem anderen Programm. Hoffen wir mal, dass es funktioniert. Ah, sehr nice. Ja gut, wo bin ich jetzt eigentlich? Okay, das ist erst einmal nicht der Ausgang von der Mad Bay. Ja, wir sind ja letztens zurückgekommen nach dem Verrat von einem der, no? Jetzt weiß ich nicht mehr. Spectre, genau. Einer der Spectre hat verraten.
Combat hard suits use a dual Metagel as a common medicinal salve.
Ja, brauchen wir glaube ich nicht. Das Equipment, die Equipment-Vorlesungen erspare ich euch.
Hey, Commander. I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
When your number comes up, it's over. His did.
Do you really believe that, Commander? After what happened to you on Akuz? Are you saying you only survived because of random chance?
Akuz was a bloodbath.
Yeah.
Now I don't know how I survived. I guess it just wasn't my time yet.
With respect, sir, I think you had somebody watching over you.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
Ja.
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Es wird schon alles. Naja.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. Travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse. And the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Oh. Aber du machst einen echt guten Job für das, was du tust.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Ja, okay. Also sind das bionische Verbesserungen praktisch.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
glaube, ich bin von da hinten gekommen, gell? So. Da bin ich hergekommen. Ah, okay, das bin ich. Alles klar. Das ist das Captain's Office. Okay. Da ist Ashley gewesen. Da ist jetzt Kane. Na, sprechen wir mal mit Caden.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Okay, nicht viel zu sagen. Okay. Sleeping Pods. Warte, was? Shepherds Arm. Okay. So, wo geht's hier hin? Door Control. Okay.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Okay. Na dann. Irgendwie ist es ein bisschen klonkig. Wir versuchen das mal. Das müssen jetzt... Ich muss sowieso, glaube ich, mit dem Captain reden, oder? Prolog, find the beacon, bla bla bla. Assignments. No assignments. Captain Anderson.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Okay, Joker. Wo ist... Joker wird wahrscheinlich auf der Brücke sein oder bei den Navigatoren. Okay, das ist der Besprechungsraum. Wahrscheinlich da vorne. Was ist das für... Das ist... Ah, okay. Das wird wahrscheinlich sein, wenn wir andocken irgendwo.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Wie schaut denn so die Zitadelle aus? Wie schaut denn das Ding aus? Holy shit.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
Holy shit.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime. In case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Yep. Politics. Typisch.
I'm not gonna sit on my ass just because the Council doesn't want to do anything. If they won't stop Saren, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Yep. Yep. Das kann ich nur bestätigen.
Sure is peaceful here.
This place is a little too perfect. If you're hiding something.
Oh, suspicious. Hol dir gleich einmal den Aluhelm. So. Das ist Avina. Was ist Avina? To CSEC Academy. CSEC HQ. Go to the Citadel Tower on the Presidium for an audience with the Council. Mhm. Aliens Patrol Report. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argos Row cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for that sector. Do we want to send in a recon team? Also du kannst also eigentlich solche Computer jetzt hacken, alles klar. Wo bin ich eigentlich? Ich gehe gerade raus aus Odinas Office. Das ist ein anderes. What the fuck? Okay, das sind... Warte kurz. Settings. Sound.
meantime, do not do anything rash. Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault.
Okay, the
She's
Asari.
the one who started all this.
What happened?
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
Oh Gott, mit denen eine Unterhaltung führen. Ich glaube, kann es sein, dass die sich aus einer Art Faultier entwickelt haben?
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Alter.
What do you do here?
Modestly. I work to bring the problems and the requests of the L-Corps groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the L-Corps.
Frankly, we L-Corps prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups, though we are always welcoming to outsiders.
Also
Our
Xenophile.
government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
Okay. Definitiv Faultiere.
Tell me about the history and origins of the L-Corps.
The L-Corps were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
Okay.
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Ah, this is so nice.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Earth Clan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, Earth Clan?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Den. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is in.
Ich liebe diese Diskussion.
How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, Earth Clan.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Das ist irgendwie komisch. Ja, er hat recht, sich aufzuregen. Das ist ziemlich merkwürdig und die Menschen sind ziemlich bald jetzt dann im Council. Das ist komisch, tatsächlich.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing.
Das kann sein, dass sie
We're not
deswegen...
physically adept. We trade our services for protection.
Das kann sein, weil die immer wieder shiften im Government, dass sie deswegen keinen Council-Sitz bekommen. Weil sie sich zu oft ändern. Viel zu oft. Viel zu oft ihre Meinungen ändern und so weiter. Das würde ich mir vorstellen, was ein Grund wäre, warum sie nicht im Council sitzen.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Big place.
I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
Ha, das ist auch eine interessante Spezies. Nein, weg damit. So, wo sind wir jetzt? Wir sind jetzt hier. Ich will mal raten, hier kommen wir wahrscheinlich nicht durch. Aber das ist schon komisch. Zumindest von den Elcor hätte ich mir gedacht, dass die vielleicht ins Council kommen. Aber wer weiß.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Savina.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
Ja, das stimmt. Kann ich mir vorstellen.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. If you have more questions,
What's that?
please. Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
Okay, gut zu
I should be
wissen.
going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Nein, weg, weg mit der Waffe. Erstmal gleich alle erschießen. Okay. Wir sind jetzt hier im Center. Im Center. Oh Gott. Oh, kann ich hier rauszoomen? Consort Chambers, Emporium. Bank. Und da ist der Zitadelle Tower.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel Space Station.
Oh Gott. Gleich mal die KI hinterfragen.
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion. Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why was humanity imposed?
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Solarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets.